Well, we wouldn't have a show if people in the 50s didn't think that alien invaders were coming to Earth. And we also wouldn't have Killer Misfits tunes either. Quick fact about that song, actually. It was influenced by two Alien Invader movies. One being Teenagers from Outer Space, the other one being Invaders from Mars. That, and a Russian nuclear strike. Teenagers from Mars is almost the quintessential archetype of 50s alien movies. Aliens come down to Earth, they walk among us, they fall in love with a human, there's an evil alien that wants to kill everybody, one that goes rogue, and has a giant pet alien that they want to let loose on Earth. In a nutshell. Another fact is this movie was released in 1959 as a double feature from Warner Brothers with Godzilla Raids Again. I wonder why those are in the same season together now. Our flick begins with two astronomers seeing something they can't explain. And that's it. Cut to the alien spacecraft landing near a field. And we get our title screen. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was written and directed by Tom Gareth. Okay, let's continue. What the fuck? I hate this asshole already. What the is wrong with this guy? Also, looks like the prop department just borrowed a bunch of stuff from a World War II movie they were shooting next set. This dog-killing scumbag is Thor. Never thought I'd call the God of Thunder that. Played by Brian Grant. And this is Spacecraft Captain, played by King Moody. Good blues artist name. And then there in the background, we meet Derrick, our hero alien, played by David Love, which sounds like a 50s or 60s doo-wop singer. Derrick is pretty pissed that Thor killed the dog for no reason. Tells him he's a bloodthirsty bastard. And because he's just a dick. While the rest of the crew sets up for the Gargan, which is a food supply for their race. Derrick goes rogue and escapes to the nearby town. Turns out, Derrick is the son of the leader, so he needs to be brought back to stand trial for his acts of treason. The captain sends Thor after Derrick.
I shall not fail.
Derrick uses the dog tag to find the owners while Thor hitches a ride into town. Derrick finds the dog's house and meets Betty Morgan, played by Dawn Bender, and her grandfather, played by Harvey B. Dunn, another great 50s singer. They think he's there to get the room for rent, so he takes it. No background check, no money, just gets the room. On top of getting the room without a background check or finding out if he's a serial killer or wanted murderer, they give him a pair of clothes to use till he gets up on his feet. This is Betty's friend, or boyfriend, not really sure, but his name is Joe, and he shows up and says he can't make the swim date over at their friend Alice's. This is Joe Rogan. No, not that one. But actually, this is the director himself, Tom Gareth. Says he can't make it because around town, people said they saw an alien spacecraft last night. He needs to go interview them. So Derrick is her date now. Lucky bastard. Some guys just have all the luck. Thor is hot on the trail of Derrick, terrorizing every gas attendant in his wake. They get over to Alice's, and...
Hi there. Who's the stranger?
She is wicked, DTF. Unfortunately, Derrick tells Betty that Thor killed her dog. So she tells Derrick to take her to see Sparky's remains. And then he tries to explain to her that he's not exactly from this world, but she doesn't quite get yet that he is an alien. So she suggests they head over to the college to meet with Professor Simpson. In the meantime, Thor heads over to Betty's, and then over to Alice's, after talking with Gramps. Thor fires one off at Alice. No, not in that sense, but he turns her pool into a jacuzzi. And then heads back to Betty's, where Gramps again sells them out for the second time. Thor gets to the college before them and fries Professor Simpson's ass. Betty calls Gramps to warn him that Thor is coming back, and he's a murderer, and he needs to vamos. Thor corners Gramps and tells Thor where Derrick and Betty are and to take them to him. Great. Thor and Gramps chase after them in a very intense car chase scene. And then, another very intense gunfight with the local cops in front of the town hall. Takes a hit, but slips away. And Derrick and the police run after him. And then Joe pulls a 180, comes back, shows up and informs Betty that Alice is a Halloween decoration. Where's Gramps?
Oh, there he is trying to get across the street.
Sorry, I thought that was funny. Betty then gets her and Derek captured by Thor. He demands they bring him to a doctor. They take him to Dr. Brandt, played by Frederick Welch. While the doc operates on Thor, he spills the beans to Derek why he was chasing him, and he's the son of the leader. And then Thor passes out, and the three escape and run back to the town hall. Unfortunately for them, Nurse Morris, played by Helen Sage, the doctor's assistant, shows up and fixes up Thor real quick, not knowing what's going on, and then he kidnaps her. A lot of circles run in this movie. Meanwhile, Joe and one of the cops goes to check out the cave that Gramps told them about. The cop gets eaten off-screen. Which I'm sure looks really cool when you see what the monster finally looks like. And then Thor goes after Joe. Joe makes a getaway with Thor in hot pursuit. Joe was able to shake him, but then he Ted Kennedy's his car. The movie gets a little weird here. We get the newsreel montage of what's going on around town in the countryside. They've captured Thor. He's the murderer that's been on the loose. And now there's a monster ravaging the countryside and eating people. We cut back to Derek, and Derek tells Betty they gotta find the Gorgon before it kills more people. He tells Betty to stay in the car, and of course she doesn't. Nope. Here we get the weakest love scene in history. Holy shit, dude. She also now just realizes he's an alien, because probably he can't get it up because she's kind of creepy looking. He tells her about his home planet and how much it sounds like the Matrix, actually. And right as Derek is gonna get it in, what the f*** is that? Holy hell, man. The special effects in this movie make Tarantula look like Jurassic Park. Derek gets the idea to use the power line to supercharge his laser gun to fight the Gorgon. After slaying the evil crustacean from outer space, Derek hops in Betty's car, heads back to her house, gets his space gear on, and then has Joe drive over, and they bust Thor out so he can turn himself over to the leader so no more attacks can happen upon Earth. Or, as I call it, kind of turning heel. After busting Thor out, they head back to the landing site. More aliens show up to take Derek and Thor back home. But before that, the alien leader shows up, played by Gene Sterling, and tells Derek Earth must be destroyed. The alien leader then commands ships to attack on his position. But before he can do that, Derek commandeers the ship and destroys the alien ships coming down to Earth, sacrificing his life in order to save the Earth. So in the end, I guess he makes the hero sacrifice to save everybody.
I shall make the Earth my home, and I shall never leave it.
The end. Yeah. So, that was Teenagers from Outer Space, and I have to admit, I like that a lot better than that last Alien Invader movie we did. It's gonna remain nameless right now. So, like I said before, this one is almost, watch it, comment section, almost the quintessential 50s sci-fi Alien Invader movie. Aliens come down, they walk among us, another Misfits song. You know, they kind of infiltrate, they become friends with us, another one comes to hunt down the first guy, tries to kill him, turns out he's evil, and then our hero saves the day. But in this case, he kind of sacrificed himself to save the day, which I thought was kind of interesting. Well, that's all for this episode today. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hey, help us out, man. Leave a comment below. Tell us what you thought. Even if you think it sucks. We enjoy doing these, so yeah, man. Hey, thank you guys for watching. See you next time for more aliens, monsters, mutants, and whatever the cinema throws at us.